Hi, Mr. Who. Ciao, Lux. Yeah, I'm a bit late. You lost the race. I'm fixing the rubber bands and then I will be able to start. Hi, Chuck. Hi, Thiago. Let's go. Yeah, still not 40Ks. We are working on it. Hi, Illusion. How are you doing? Oh, the time. Hold on. There we go. $21Ks. It doesn't feel good actually. I mean, it happened to you with the Euro starters. Good, good. By the way, my neighbors are doing like some noise. I hope you can't hear it. I'm eating them right now. I mean, in the end, it is like a brainless activity, so as long as your muscles are able to work, you should be fine. Yeah, I mean, math also says the same thing actually. Latios should be able to shine before Tentacool, but I feel like I'm finding Tentacool like earlier. Ciao Matte. I'm good, I'm good. What about you? I started a bit late today, so I will go. I mean, I will end the stream a bit later. I kinda feel like I'm finding something tonight. I don't know. Let's see. Almost 10K. Pretty sad actually. Oh, we got a new subscriber. Thank you so much if you're in the stream. Thank you. Happy you enjoy like the stream or the video if you subscribed after having seen a video. Yeah, it is actually not the best for it. I mean, for a first round. I think that so many people never like haunted because of it. I mean, I feel like that so many people started haunting and with their first round they went like over odds, or even like not over odds, but even like after, I mean, they went to 6,000 or 7,000. That for someone that is not used to shiny hunt might be a lot, and because of it they stopped haunting. I feel like so many people did so. But I mean, I hope you will not. Yeah, if you found it during my live, it would be huge. I mean, you approached full odds with a bad amount actually. So it might be understandable. Let's go. You have to stick to it until you get it. Number one rule. I mean, I'm the best example right now. 34Ks. Today I will for sure reach 35Ks, and then we'll see like how far I will go. I think I should get to 200. Counting manually the resets, it feels good actually. I haven't done so since 2021. But it was huge actually. By the way, yeah, even like 1,000 encounters for someone that has never haunted, like seem so many. I mean, they actually are a lot if you're single haunting. In the end, you're you have to be putting like hours into those, like into that 1,000 resets. So yeah, I mean, hunting on multiple devices of course facilitates the process. Back in the day, I remember that when I was hunting for my shiny Palkia, I was single hunting for it, just as I did for my Dialga. And I mean, both of them took so long. I found Palkia after 9,000. I mean, I was almost to 10Ks, if I remember correctly. And I was almost at 100 hours for it. That was one of my first ever long hounds. And then Dialga, 23Ks from only one device. Yeah, I feel in the exact same way actually. They look so good even if they actually look similar. I'm super in love with the trio. All of them three. Palkia, Dialga and Giratina. By the way, before coming to the stream, I was trying to see if I can actually change the color of the chat of the stream from white to black, because as I said in the stream, in yesterday's stream, the layout that I did for the Unova starters is white, almost white. So the chat doesn't really work on it, but as far as I understood, I can't change it, but I still have to do other researches about it. And I have to agree again actually. I'm in love with Palkia because Pearl was my first ever game, so Palkia means a lot to me. But Dialga as a shiny is clean, so clean. But also Palkia got such a unique color, and so does Palkia, and so does Dialga. I'm confusing the. But yeah, I'm in love with both of them. But I think that the one that looks the best is Dialga. Yeah, Giratina is the one that looks better in the trio. By the way, I could go for Palkia and Dialga again, like on Platinum. I don't have them in capture cards, so I'd love to. I don't know. In the long future, I might do it. I mean, I might go for the whole trio together at this point, even if I already got a Giratina on capture cards. Yeah, that's the perfect description actually. Oh, so I still have to find Shaymin, Cresselia, Etron, the legendary birds, all of them three, Latios, I mean Suicune and Entei, Mewtwo. I'm plenty of them. I mean, I'm plenty of shinies that I still have to go for shiny legendaries that I still have to go for. And that's because I was splitting them. Like I was doing like a couple of them per year. I didn't wanna like burn all of them together in the same year. Yeah, I already got the Lake Trio. All of them. Yeah, I mean all the legendaries in Gen 4, of course. In Gen 5, I don't work. I'm not able. Like my brain doesn't work tonight. But yeah, still haven't done anything in Gen 5. I'm missing the whole generation. I mean the whole shiny generation. But I mean, I also don't have Fion and Manaphy. There are so many things that I don't have actually. Also the Oxys, and I will never get it. Yeah, this might be it. I'm for sure still missing something. By the way, I'd love also to have the whole Lake Trio on capture cards. But I mean, thank God I got Maspirit on capture cards, but I'm not gonna go again for Yuxi and Azelf. I mean, I like them, but not that much to do them again. I don't know, maybe in the future. Yeah, also Celebi, and also Jirachi. But yeah, I won't do Jirachi, and I won't be able to do Celebi because I don't wanna like cheat to to be able to shiny hunt for it for the event one. So I mean, I don't really care actually. Yo, did you get the Mudkip? Congrats. By the way, yeah, Eli, I was lost in my planet talking about things. Good evening to everyone. My voice is leaving me. I'm guessing Nori, as always. Yeah, exactly. Because I need to get the event in Gen 3. And I haven't done that many researches about it, but I think that I will have to send the cartridge to someone that like downloads the the event. I have my voice on the cartridge, and I won't do that. I also don't have Mew, and that's the same as the Oxys, I think. I don't know. Hi Peso. What were you watching? Bro, my Latios has to be timid. I'm not accepting it, not... I could not even think about like the Latios that I'm getting not being the nature I want. After all the effort. No. Nope. Don't even remember what does bold decrease. It should increase defense and decrease... I don't know. I don't remember it. Attack. By the way, I can't wait to hunt again for Darkrai just to get a shiny Darkrai that is timid. Because the one I got was not timid. It was Lux. It should be Lux. I think that my Giratina was bold, by the way. I could never get annoyed by Darkrai crossing my screen. By the way, yeah, I will in the future I will for sure go for the Wall Trio, the Alga Palkia and Giratina again. But I mean this time I will catch Palkia and the Alga I mean the level 70 from Platinum, because the one I got, the one from Pearl and Diamond, so the level 47 ones. I thought I crashed. Anyway, yeah, I will go for the trio again. I have to, and I feel like doing so. Yeah, I think I will. Still haven't planned any of those. But yeah, why not? But I don't want to do like the regular Shiny Dream Team quest. I mean, the one that I've done in the past was at least a bit different from all the other ones. So if I will be ever able to come up with a new, different idea, I will. If not, I don't know. Don't worry, Eli. By the way, guys, I really thought I was crashing. I was going to cry. As far as I know, there are other like different options about the Shiny Dream Team quests. For example, the one like the monotype one, or the one that got all shinies that are the same color. But I mean, this type of Shiny Dream Team quest has already been done, so I was trying to look for something else. But I still have so many things to hunt that I have to do before doing an eventual Shiny Dream Team quest, so I have plenty of time to think about it. What did you get, Eli? And which was the shiny? I mean, was like a Pokemon that is not a conventional Pokemon because of the fan made, or was it a regular Pokemon? I mean, a regular Pokemon, an existing Pokemon. I mean, if it was an existing Pokemon, I think you would have already said the name. I don't know. Alright. Fakemon. It sounds good. I might nickname a Pokemon in the future in that way. Just an undecided one. It would be such a great reality, actually. Bro, when we will get to the 1st of April, I will be 3 months into this round. 3 months of me hunting 5 days per week, and even more than 5 days per week for it. No, I didn't. I've never been that much into that wave actually, so I don't even know the technical words. Yeah, since the 1st of January. The hunt should be counting right now 180 hours. Because the Larios that I got was after 14Ks and I got it after 75 hours. But right now that I'm hunting Larios, I mean as a 2-off, I'm going faster. So yeah, we should be around 180 hours. Yeah, it is pretty long and pretty sad actually. I don't remember the hunt in which I stayed the most into the area or just for the Pokemon. I mean, the Whismur one took me I think that it took me more than 3 months, but I found so many shinies, so it doesn't really count. Well, yeah, I think that this one might also be, I mean, is the one that took me the longest in terms of hours without a single shiny. Yeah, because in the end, I haven't done like super slow hunts in my life apart from the roamers that I luckily got them pretty fast. Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, I found Tartwig after 13Ks, but yeah, I mean, it's not even close to the hours I put in for Larios. Yeah, so Larios is the longest one in terms of encounters and also in terms of hours. I mean, pretty fair. No, I was triple hunting for Tartwig. Even if I mean, I didn't have 4 capture cards back in the day when I was hunting for it. I only had 3 of them. But even if I had 4 of them, I think I wouldn't have hunted as a quad hound. It is not optimal in terms of like pressing the buttons. I'm not able to press to spam the A button that much in 4 devices without having my fingers like hurting. I mean, I've never tried it quad hunting for the Sinnoh starters, but just thinking about it, I think that it's better hunting for them as a 3-off. Also because you have to select the specific starter you want, so you also have to, I mean, whenever it comes to like having to move the end from device to device, you will have to pay more attention, and there are so many haunts in which it is not worth it. For the majority of the haunts, if you, I mean, of the like strangest haunts, so I'm not referring to like pressing A, talking to the legendary, and then resetting. That is like the like most simple thing in the world. But if it comes to an haunt such the Sinnoh Stardust one, yeah, I think that triple haunting is actually on average the best combination to go for, because you can literally spam the buttons like in the most brainless way on earth. No, I never played competitive Pokemon. I liked it. I don't want to say I followed it, but I've always been into how complicated was that stuff. I've always liked it, the concept and how it worked. But yeah, I've never played it, and I'm not an expert of competitive Pokemon. Because I mean, back in the day I was playing competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, so I didn't have time, and if I even if I had more time, I think I would have put it 100% into only one of those two activities, just to get the most out of them. I mean, out of it. So yeah, that's pretty much why I've never played competitive Pokemon. If I didn't play Yu-Gi-Oh, I would have probably played competitive Pokemon, and I'm talking about the virtual one, not the TCG. It is super skilled. It is super freaking skilled. Yeah, I mean, I also played some online battles in X and Y, but I wouldn't define them as like competitive. I mean, I never played any competition, so yeah. Yeah, I also got such a huge Pokemon Y file. I got like 640 hours in it. But that's because I spent so many hours doing the wonder trades. Back in the day while I was hunting and I didn't have that many consoles and that many games, I was like shinyhunting, and then I was also trading Pokemons, completely random, with the word trades. By the way, it is in fact because of the fact that I never played competitive Pokemon that I came up with the idea of doing a Shiny Drinking Quest that was a competitive edition of a Shiny Drinking Quest. Because I've always loved to apply the competitive features to my Pokemons, even if I was not using them to fight. So yeah, I mean the team that I built was not competitive, of course, but it was like a sort of pot of like Pokemons that I liked that were also like a kinda working decent together, and of course I like the shiny form, and that also were huntable in many different ways. Yeah, I did soft resets, I did like egg hatching, headbutts. There was a large variety actually. It came up pretty good in my opinion. Is Gen 5 your favorite one? I thought it was Gen 4. I don't know why. I think I took it for granted. Guys, can I drop an hot take? I will do it anyway. In my honest opinion, like the fusion between Kyurem and Zekrom and also Reshiram doesn't really look that good. It doesn't remind me of a Pokemon actually. Don't get me wrong, I loved the concept and the like how it worked, the whole thing, but I just didn't like that much how it came up. I mean, I prefer the Reshiram fusion. I think that the Zekrom one doesn't look great at all. I don't know. Yeah, I also prefer the normal one. It is a super unique Pokemon actually. With like the broken wing. That one is the one that I prefer the least. By the way, I got a super good looking Pokemon card of Zekrom. It is one of the few cards that I choose to keep from my childhood. Let me get it. I think it should be in my binder. I found it so many years ago. Let me see if it is here. Yeah. This one. Super good looking actually. If I remember correctly, I was in London, and I mean my parents, I was like 10 years old, they bought me like a pack, and yeah, I found it. I don't think it was like worth anything, even back in the day. Favorite generation is Gen 4. I mean, there are so many reasons why. The fact that it is my first ever generation played, I think that also plays a role in my preferences. But like trying to be the most, I mean, trying to explain it in an objective way. I don't know, I just think that it is the generation in which the Pokemons look the best. Also the National Pokédex up to Generation 4 is super good. I mean, not get me wrong, also in Generation 5 and also 6 is also super good, but I don't know, but I don't even think that it is related to the Pokédex. It is just like the games, how they are built, like how many legendaries you are able to find in them. It's pretty difficult to explain why, but I just feel at home while playing them. So yeah, I think that this is what matters in the end. But yeah, I mean, there are so many features. I'd say that this is the graphic that I like the most. I wish that the Pokemons in the battles were moving, just as in Gen 5, but unfortunately they don't. But yeah, like the design of the game, of all the games, looks perfect to me. I prefer like way more the overworld of Generation 4 compared to the one of Generation 5. Yeah, I mean, by the way, the graphic, also like how the Pokemons present themselves, it is too well made, and also like the Pokemon that follows you. There are so many features. I think that every generation got a few bad Pokemons, but I'd say that the Generation 5 Pokédex is one of the best ones, in my honest opinion. There are so many good Pokemons from that generation. Yeah, Platinum would be hands down the best Pokemon game ever if it also got that feature. I mean, if they also put in Platinum, apart from that feature, also imagine like the other 8 badges, just as HeartGold and SoulSilver, but it was named Platinum, it would be devastating. The rock climb shenanigans. Yeah, the Pokeathlon was a cool thing, but I wouldn't mention it as one of the features that makes the game like the best game. It is a cool one, but it doesn't matter that much to me. But yeah, it is fun actually. But in the end, I think that the feature that to me matters the most is the graphic of the game, and the one from Gen 4 looks, in my honest opinion, looks better than Gen 6. Even if it is in like 3D. I mean, do we really wanna do a comparison? I would pay for the Pokemons being like moving in the battle, just as in Gen 5. It would be the best thing ever. Yeah, I remember it. I remember the track. If we talk about the music, it's a difficult one actually. I think I will still say Generation 4, but also Gen 5 and also Gen 6 got so many good music. I think I wouldn't put Gen 3 is in my top 3 if we talk about the music. I preferred way more the Gen 4, 5 and 6 musics. By the way, Gen 6 is still too underrated. Even if already 10 years are passed, it is still too much underrated in my opinion. That one was a goated generation. Like the jump from the graphic from Generation 5 to 6 was broken actually. Even if I prefer the one from Generation 4, even before Generation 5, but also the 3D one was looking great. Yeah, I think you could also add to the list the Pokédex actually. That Pokédex is broken. I would have to really think about what generation has the best Pokédex, but I think that Generation 5 is on the top for sure. I'm so in love with the majority of the Pokemons from Generation 5. They look so good. Yeah, also the Pokédex with the shiny versions. Why do you hate X and Y? Those games were so well made actually. And if you also think that they were the first games, like the first 3D games, first Pokemon's 3D games, I mean, in my honest opinion, I really can't say anything about them. They are good. I've always been a supporter of X and Y. Yeah, I wish it was also in Gen 4. By the way, we should also add the shiny decks in the list of things that they could have put in Generation 4. I mean, imagine if Platinum, that in my opinion is the peak of Generation 4, imagine if Platinum got the Pokemon that was following you, the shiny decks, let's also drop the Pokeathlon in it, the post game made all like 8 more badges, and the Pokemons that were moving during the battle, just as in Generation 5. I think I would play it 24 hours per day. Until I'm dead. And another thing that I would put that is not like fundamental, but the possibility of, just as it is in HeartGold and SoulSilver, of like being able to run without pressing the B button. That if you wanna hunt for something like in the early game, is pretty good. I've never hunted in Gen 5, and I can't wait to do so. But Latios is blocking me. I have no shinies in Gen 5, apart from the event ones. Yeah. I also like the double encounters actually. That's a place in which I can't wait to hunt in. And that's why I've been hunting in the Stark Mountain and also in the Victory Road from like Platinum. I like being able to see 2 Pokemons at once and just see one of them too sparkling, and I mean both of them sparkling. I'd love to. It will happen one day. It will. I can feel it. I never obtained the lucky egg. I mean, I never really tried to go for it. I have been catching. I think that also Chansey carries the lucky egg. I'm pretty sure about it. I've been like chaining with the Pokeradar for like a couple hours for Chansey. I was catching all of them just to get the lucky egg, but I didn't get it, and in the end I didn't even need it that much, so but it is something that I want. I mean, I could do two things at once and bring on stream a Pokeradar chain and the chain is Chansey and I'm catching all of them just to get the lucky egg. But I really don't wanna do the Pokeradar again. It's so freaking boring. Because I don't even care about the shinies from the Pokeradar anymore. Tiago, it happened to me this evening before coming to the stream, that I've seen. I mean, I was seeing a video about a Pokemon from the Shinjo ruin, Bro, I've been watching the war reset because it has been a while since I haven't done so. Bro, that thing is insane. It is insane how long, and in the end you have to press A so many times. That freaking out is awful. I got like a conflict inside me because I wanna do it. And but I also think, bro, 5 minutes per reset? Like, are you kidding me? By the way, because of how many times you had to press the A button, I've been thinking about like single hunting for the Shinjo ruins as one of the best options to go for such an hound. And also because you don't have to press A like for the whole 5 minutes. Of course there is the super cutscene in which there is all the clip, but I'm also referring to the part before the clip. You don't need to press A like always. There are like some pauses, so it is even worse. But I don't know. I really don't know if I mean, if I will hunt for such a thing, how I will do it. Because I don't wanna stay even. I mean, I could literally stay even if I was hunting for it as a quad hound. I could literally sit here for 5 months without getting anything, and it wouldn't be that great for the channel. And also, I mean, I wanna find shinies, so in my personal scenario, it might be better if I hunt for it as a single hunt. So I just always have one screen on the layout that is dedicated to that hunt. But at that point, it wouldn't match with the graphic, because I also wanna do like code hounds. I don't know. If I will go for it, it will be so far in my plans. Yeah, I was not planning on doing the Sinjo Ruin Hound in the near future. I'm not even close to do so. I have so many things that I want to hunt before it, and that one is gonna be... I mean, the Sinjo Ruin Hound would be something that will block my plans for so long, and because of these Latios being like the same thing as a Sinjo Ruin, literally, right now, I'm for sure not going for the Sinjo Ruins in the near future. By the way, I already told you what I'm going to do after Latios Magikarp, and then I will do the Unova starters. And then I still have to see if I wanna go for a single phase in my Shiny Fossil quest. But I mean, eventually. I don't know. I already got everything prepared. If I will want to, I will do it. Yeah, exactly, that's what I meant, Thiago. Of course I'm hunting because I love hunting, but I mean, I love doing almost every single hunt, as long as I like the shiny and the way to hunt it. So if I have to choose between an hunt that actually gives me shinies and a hound that doesn't, just as the Sinjo Ruin one. I mean, it does give me shinies, but you know what I mean. Especially in this situation, I'm picking the first option. But this doesn't mean that I won't do it in the future. But yeah, the single hunt option might be the best one, actually, for me, of course. By the way, before today that I saw a complete reset, because it has been a while since I haven't done so, you have to press so many buttons, actually. It is not even that... I mean, it is not an effortless hunt, but I thought that you had to press way less buttons. By the way, 35Ks, yeah. I think that the Sinjo Ruin shinies are one of the most valuable shinies that will ever exist. And that's why I would love to go for one of them. And I also think it would be Giratina. Just because if I was going for Palkia, at that point I would have to also go for the Alga, and I don't want to put me in that spot. So I just might go for Giratina, and that's it. And of course I'm referring to the future. I'm not going to do so in the near future. I mean, it depends on how much you stream. You might stream 24 hours and get even more than 100 encounters. By the way, I think that there is, I mean, there would be a problem to hunt for the Sinjo ruins as a quad hunting hound, because you're, I mean, I'm able to only press A on 3 devices, and because of how long are the resets, there would be a game that is like behind the other ones, because I don't even know how you could be able to press the A button that much in all of them 4. So yeah, I really think that the optimal number you can go for if you don't have a controller mod is the triple hunting method. I don't think that quad hunting could be optimal. You can't be able to press A. You would lose time, literally. You would lose, I mean, you would put more effort that you should put, in my honest opinion. Because you would have to realize which game is like behind, you would have to catch up on it. And by doing so, you would be leaving another game. So I think that triple hunting for it would be the best number you could. Oh, by the way, in all this discussion, I forgot that I think I already triggered the event in at least 2 of my Heartgold and Soulsilver files, so I would be missing 1 or 2 at the best, in which I haven't triggered it, so I think I will be forced to go for only 1 of them, if I will. Because I don't want to reset the file just for it. I mean, I might like buy another one, but I don't know. I mean, in the end I could, but one would be okay. By the way, do you know what? I think that if you got, like, if you are hunting for the Sinjo ruins from 4 devices, and one of those devices is a 2DS that is like flat, you might be able to, I mean, in the end you can just spread the whole screen, I mean, just to make your other devices flat as a 2DS, and be able. But I think that in the 2DS, the 4 buttons, the A, B, X and Y buttons are in the up screen, if I remember correctly, I don't know. So you would be able to press them faster. It is pretty difficult. Tell me I'm not crashing. I'm gonna cry. By the way, it is too difficult to do such an explanation about how to place the devices without having like a photo to show you, or without having like my setup I mean, without having a camera that is recording my setup and my hands. So I think I should stop covering such a topic. It is too difficult actually to explain such a thing. I mean, as long as it is 1 second, I'm fine. By the way, yeah, the connection tonight is what it is. Yeah, I do have 2 platinums in American, and that's it. All the other games that I got are in Italian. One of the 2 Americans platinum that I got, I bought it from a friend of mine that bought it when, like, as soon as they dropped the game, she bought it from like abroad because in Italy it was not released yet. And yeah, that one was like, she bought it from America and she got it before everyone literally. And I bought the other one when I ordered my 4th capture card. I was missing a 4th copy of Platinum, so I just asked to the person I bought it if it got one, and he had, so I bought it. That's it. By the way, I was close to crashing again. And I'm dropping so many frames, but now it should be a bit smoother, the stream. I hope to. By the way, Thiago, why does the R4, why shouldn't you be able to reset on R4? What is the problem with the soft resets? I mean, I've never tried to soft reset on an R4 in my life, because when I was using the R4s, I was a child and I was not hunting yet. But I mean, in the end, you should be able to go back to the menu of the game. I mean, you should be able to find Japanese copies on eBay or stuff like that. But if you're gonna hunt together in like European copies and Japanese copies, you're gonna face like an annoying problem, that is that the Japanese copy, the text of the Japanese copies goes faster, and that's bad if you're like doing the same amount in all the cartridges. Honestly, I'm not that much into Japanese games, but my opinion doesn't really matter in this case, because I also think about it in a layout, and I wouldn't like to have 2 European games and 1 Japanese game that also goes faster. And I like to have like symmetrical things. So yeah, I'm just built like that, but I don't know, I think that I would prefer buying like English copies. I'd love to have only English copies, but I mean they are pretty expensive because they are not super easy to find, to be found. I mean in Italy, so you will have to pay an extra shipping, so I mean it's not the best. I got lucky with my 2 platinums, but I mean it makes sense if you just wanna hunt faster. It makes sense, but I prefer like spending money. I mean, if something is gonna stay with me and I'm not gonna like sell it again, I want what I like the most, and I wouldn't like a Japanese copy. I mean, I would be okay with a Japanese copy if all the other copies that I got were Japanese, but if I have to have on my layout a single Japanese copy and 2 European copies, I wouldn't like it. About the pokemonmerald, I heard like a couple years ago that were, I don't remember if they were like the Korean games that weren't like you couldn't transfer Pokemons from that cartridge to a European one, but I don't know if that's true actually. But I have no experience about it because I never had any of those copies, any Korean copy or Japanese copy, so I have no clue about it. Oh yeah, so it's only the Korean ones. That's fair. Yeah, then the Japanese ones are fair, if Masuda method is one of the goals. I have no clue about the reason why. I just knew that, I mean, people told me that you couldn't transfer them. That's all I know. I've never done that many researches about it because I never planned on buying them, so... Yeah, that one is something that you should have been... I mean, you should have figured out earlier. But I mean, it is fair if it is the first time around you do, actually. It is super annoying because you have to press A to make the text go fast. If you save again, it doesn't change anything, because you are not doing any progress in the game. Anyway, I mean, every time you just reset and then join the file again, you are not doing any progress, so it's not gonna change anything. Don't worry. I mean, as long as you save before getting the starter. By the way, you could literally reset the file and do it, like playing it from the beginning, and it wouldn't change anything. By the way, Eli, what were you referring to when you said that it worked in a different universe? Were you referring to the Korean copies? I mean, to that topic? Oh, alright. Another Jesus in another universe has now found a Latios because of the almost crash that he went through. It will be me someday. But I mean, weren't you keeping pressed the A button so that at least the text were like going fast? Or were you just like waiting for them to complete the chat box? I thought that, I mean, you were mad because you had to keep press the A button. That, I mean, is annoying. But I mean, I hope that you weren't waiting for the text to be completed by themselves, actually. That would be that would be insane. No, if you keep the A button pressed, it is gonna go at the same speed as if you change the settings. But if you were just spamming the A button, of course it wasn't that fast because you were doing like pauses every single time. Imagine the Latios I'm finding is a female Latios. It's a Latios that is not a Latios. This sound is giving me crazy, driving me crazy. I'm not working anymore. Yeah. Guys, do you honestly think that I'm going that far into this Latios sound? Because I'm pretty scared to be going like over 50Ks. Because at this point I'm feeling like I'm going over 40Ks at least. Maybe. The problem is that I really don't see me finding this shiny at all. I can't imagine it being green on my screen. And this feels terrible actually. I've never felt in this way. I was almost feeling in this way when I was hunting for Whismur because I found that many shinies. And it was never shining, it was insane actually. But I don't know, I really can't think of it as a green one on my screen. It feels super strange. Bro, I won't repeat it why I'm not dropping it. I mean, it doesn't make sense. Imagine dropping an ounce just to switch and go to another round. It might be the dumbest thing ever to do. Yeah, exactly. You are like super safe. By the way, I mean, I'm also going pretty fast in the end. I'm collecting like 450 Latios every 2 hours, so I mean I'm pretty fine. It's not slow, but I mean 50Ks would be 50Ks in the end, and 70Ks would be too much actually. I don't deserve it. No, I don't really think so. I believe in like not in, in math, so I don't believe in doing dumb things, so guys, you are not helping right now. Hi Ether, how are you doing? Have I pronounced your name correctly? Because if not, feel free to tell me. I don't wanna pronounce like the names in the wrong way. Do I pronounce it correctly? I hope to, actually. It would be pretty bad, actually, to find out that I pronounced it like not in the correct way all these times. I mean, tell me how it should be pronounced and I'll try. It doesn't cost me anything. I mean, Italian, it should be Tiago. If it was Italian, it would be Tiago. Yeah. Oh, we got a new subscriber. Thank you so much if you're in the stream. Really appreciate that. Oh, alright then. Easy. In the end, I was just saying Thiago instead of Thiago. I mean, that's pretty fair. I don't know if you were on stream the first time I tried to pronounce Eli. I feel like I pronounced it like so bad actually. In fact, as soon as I read the name, I asked to Eli if I was pronouncing it correctly, and he told me no. I think I said Eli because I really didn't know how to pronounce it actually. I had no clue. Yeah. It was so awkward. Yeah, I mean, in the end, it is just like, I mean, nothing happened. I just pronounced bad the name, but I feel so cringy when it happens actually. Yeah, I think it too. Coming to this point. By the way, I feel like that by the end of April, I think I will have found Latios. I mean, it would be the worst thing ever if not. Like, half a year on a single shiny, it's just a simple soft reset shiny. By the end of April, I have to be... I mean, I have to have that Latios in my box. Yeah, that's the saddest goal ever. I mean, I'm at least happy that this super long phase happened with a decent Pokemon and didn't end up in a shiny Icans or in a shiny PG or stuff like that. Because before this Latios, my longest hunt could have literally been a shiny Fearow from the Whismur round. If only that Whismur came after the phase that I went over 30Ks, and that phase that went over 30Ks ended up being a Fearow, I would have been so mad actually. Like, I can already imagine people asking me, oh yeah, what is your longest ever round? 30Ks for a shiny Fearow. Yeah. By the way, you are talking facts. The more you want it, the more it takes. Facts. Literally. Whenever you start hunting, like without caring anymore, that's when you're gonna find it. It always happens. But I mean, I've stopped like wanting it. I mean, wishing for it coming like green since February. Since the end of February. hunting by inertia, as you said. Right now I'm more used to like doing shorter videos for two reasons. Mainly two reasons. The first one is because nowadays people don't pay attention at all, and I don't really imagine someone clicking. I don't really imagine that many people clicking on a 15 minutes long video in 2024. But also because I don't really like useless things in general, and this applies also to the videos, so I don't want to put in the videos things just to make them longer without a real reason. I like essential things, and that's it. So I like how they are coming out right now, because I'm doing the intro, so the video in the end is, I think that the structure is pretty good, and all the videos got everything they need to be complete, so I'm fine right now. But it depends on the shiny that I'm showcasing, because if the shiny that I'm showcasing required me, the setup, for example, was long. I kinda like to explain how I set up the wallhound. So the intro can be even longer than how long it is right now for the videos. But how much a video lasts depends on different factors, but I don't wanna drop long videos by default. Don't worry, Eli. Don't worry, take a rest, and good night. See ya. Yeah, I thought about it when I uploaded the Latios video, but in the end I just ended up explaining the Pokemons that I was able to, that I was gonna be able to hunt in the future, and I didn't explain the whole process just because it is already plenty of videos on YouTube in which is explained how to get them. And in fact I linked the video in the description, but also because I wanted to keep the focus of the video on the shiny itself and not on the tutorial. I didn't want to make that video a tutorial, and that's the same thing that I applied for the Phoebus video. I could have done in the intro the whole explanation about the whole Phoebus study, so how to move into that lake and how to go for it in the best way and explain everything, but I didn't do so in the end, because when I started editing the Phoebus video, I wanted to do so, but in the end I didn't, just because I didn't wanna... I wanted to keep the focus of the video on the shiny itself, not on the tutorial. If I wanted to do a tutorial, I was doing a separated video about it. I just felt like in this way. Didn't wanna make an intro that was lasting 5 minutes and then the shiny reaction that was like 2 minutes long and then the video was over. And in the title there were just live shiny Phoebus. I don't know. Yeah, I discovered about it thanks to an Instagram user that told me, and I was so shocked at the beginning. I was amazed. Like I literally, just because of that video, I literally unlocked the whole region, an unreleased Arceus event, legit Shaymin and legit Darkrai without glitching, and all the other events that you can't count for them, but you're still getting the events. They are super good looking, and they are the events. They means a lot to all of us. I was really shocked. By the way, everyone that is gonna reach out on my Latios video is also gonna know about those events and how to unlock them, because I literally said that I put in the description the video tutorial that I followed. So yeah, in the end everyone will be able to get them, and I will apply the same intro for this Latios video. I'll do it in a different way, but also in this Latios video, and also Darkrai and Shaymin, and also Arceus when I do them, so that everyone can reach out on them. By the way, Thiago, will you have around for any of those events? I really think you should at least do Darkrai. It's such an iconic Pokemon. And also Arceus. All of them in the end. Latios, Shaymin, everyone. And I think it is reasonable. Yeah, that's fair. And also, you are not forced on planning the hunt before starting it. I mean, you can literally play the game and then like you just come across. I mean, you come in front to, let's say, Volcarona and say, oh, I might hunt for it, and then you start hunting for it. That's what happened to me when I did my first ever full-odds hunt. I just came in front of a Lugia and I literally said, I'm gonna shiny hunt for it. And when I did it, when I started the journey, I just heard of like the possibility. I knew nothing about it. I didn't know the odds. I just knew about the fact that there were people that were soft resetting for them. I mean, that I knew that there were. It was possible to literally sit in front of it and soft reset until it was shiny. But I've never seen any video before hunting for that Lugia. Then when I started hunting for it, before finding it, I started watching Europe videos just to get a bit of motivation. And that's it. What do you mean by saying that he's messed up? Don't worry. Good night. See you in the next one. And thank you for being here as always. Yes sir, bye bye. Oh, yeah, it is hard, but I think that the Sinjo Ruin one is harder. Is more like more of an hardcore round than a roamer one. Yeah, it's very hard, but you get used to it. I mean, it is way faster than a Sinjo Ruin round. In the time you do a single Sinjo Ruin reset, you can literally do, I mean, it depends, but you can do 3 soft resets for a Cresselia in average, I'd say. Yeah, of course you have to pay attention, but I mean, at least it's gonna come faster than the Sinjo Ruin one, so that is gonna give you way more motivation in my honest opinion. And if you're also able to combine it with the correct hunt, you're gonna be so motivated. I combined my Mesprit hunt, that is the same as the Cresselia one, with the Stark Mountain one, and it was a broken combination actually. I was able to find so many shinies at the same time. I mean, in theory, because in the end I found Mesprit before finding that many shinies in the Stark Mountain. But yeah. By the way, I also will do Cresselia in the future. That is the hell of a roamer. It is so good looking. By the way, I think I will go on. I mean, I'll do another like half an hour and then I'll go off stream. So I should be able to get to like 300 for sure, maybe 350. I don't know, because I should be able to do 110/20 encounters per hour. I don't know. By the way, hunting for a Cresselia or a Mesprit that are roamers in which you have to follow the map in the down screen, it's gonna be super hard at the beginning because it's gonna be like super discouraging. My eyes were literally hurting because of how much I was staring to the bottom screen, because I was trying to go as fast as I could to grind as many encounters as I could. So I was literally staring at the bottom screen, looking for the like the little like Mesprit token in the map, and to check if it was coming in the road in which I was. And like I remember that the first 1,000 of encounters was the toughest, but then you get used to it. You just have to pass the first 1,000. Fair. Fuck, I really wanna hunt for something else. Can't wait for it to shine. Also the fact that I spent part of the yesterday's afternoon building like layouts for the future is like I'm understanding how much I wanna hunt for other things. But at least I'm super happy because it will feel incredibly good when I will find it. So it will be rewarding in the end, of course. Your mascot. It would be cool to have a Shiny Giratina as the pro pick. But I mean, in the end I used to like long hunts. but at some point you realize that, I mean, I'm just built in a way that I have to like plan things like so farther in the future, and but I'm always planning for them, but I'm not reaching them just because I'm blocked here, and that this is what is driving me a bit crazy actually. By the way, I think I never asked it to you, but how many years old? I mean, how many? How old are you? I don't know. By the way, I thought that we at the same age when I met you IRL, but because of the fact that you have been hunting for these many years, I don't know. I would say 24. I don't know. 24, and this year you're going for 25. That's my guess. Yeah, you look super young. Huge. By the way, it is pretty strange because in one stream I say that I'm pumped about being at these ag numbers, and the other stream I say that I wanna end this out. It's pretty strange as a feeling actually, but I think that in the future I will kinda regret being annoyed about how many encounters I am at right now, just because I think that an hunt leaves to you so much if it lasts so much. I mean, so long. Unique in the end, it happens like it almost never happens to go like up to 50Ks. Don't wanna say never, but I think that it happens like not more than 5 times to someone that regularly hunt. And in the end, those hounds are the ones that you are gonna remember the most, in my opinion, because they are special. Because all of the other ones are gonna be like from 0 encounters to the odds, and all of them are gonna be valued by your brain at the same, more or less. I mean, it depends if you're hunting for roamers or stuff like that. It is a bit more difficult, but for all the other hounds, in my honest opinion, it is gonna be like that. So if an hound is gonna go that long, it is gonna be, I don't wanna say good for you, but good for your like hunting journey if you take a look to it with a biggest view. I don't know if you got my point. For example, the Wizmo round left me so many good memories. So many, actually. I think that it will be difficult for another round to to beat that one in terms of how happy and how much value I was giving to it. And also the fact that Whismur came up at the better time, with the better timing it could before the ending of 2023. It is literally, I think, the best memory that I have about shinyhunting. That one, and I think together with the Regis and with the Mesprit, because I was amazed by that Mesprit. I approached that town thinking that I was gonna stick to it for the next 3/4 months, and I found it within a month. By single hunting for it. Incredible. Yeah, I agree. It doesn't have anything unique, and also the sprites are not. I mean, they look good, and also, I mean, the shiny forms, but they are pretty standard as Pokemons. They don't have any like particular thing. So yeah, I would agree. It is my least favorite trio, but I still like it. And I think that shiny Yuxi actually looks pretty good. I like the whole golden sprite. I'm actually in love with the Genius trio, and I also like their regular forms. The shiny forms are okay, but I really like the design of the whole trio, and also the Therian form. I mean, Landorus Therian, I'm such a fan. But also Tornadoes, like, they look super good. I mean, in the end, Gen 5, Broken Generation. My second favorite one, for sure. And I would say, thank God that Eli isn't able to listen to what I'm gonna say, but in my opinion, Gen 5, I mean, Gen 3 is not even close to Gen 5 about how, I mean, about like how good it is. Gen 5 is too far ahead in my opinion. Something that I wish they kept in Gen 5 is the like shiny sparkles feature that that the sparkles come out every single time the Pokemon breaks out of the Pokeball. Ciao Forlo. I'm gonna end the stream in 10 minutes, by the way. Bro, I'm such a supporter of Garbodor. Not even gonna lie. It looks so good. And also Trubbish. And also the shiny forms. I'm such a fan of that line. But I don't know, I think that people hate on it just because. There is not a real reason in my opinion, because you can't say that they don't look good. I don't know. You might don't like them, but the concept is alright. And they look good. I don't know, I'm not that much into Vanillux, but I wouldn't even say that it's bad. I mean, it is mid. I prefer the base form in that line for sure. Don't really like the. I mean, Vanillite should be named the base form. But yeah. A Pokemon that I really hate is Frillish in Gen 5. That looks shit. That one and also Basculin. Frillish just looks bad, and Basculin, I mean, I don't know, there are people that like it. No, Kling Clang, my man. It looks good. I like it. But yeah, Basculin really, I don't know. It is like bad. It is not even close to being mid, in my honest opinion. It is too anonymous as a Pokemon. Yeah, exactly. I've also recently seen the other form, the other Basculin's form. It looks better than the regular one, but it also looks shit. It literally is a giant tuna. Great. By the way, another one from Gen 5 that I've never been that much into is Deerling. I like the evolution, but Deerling itself, it is also pretty anonymous as a Pokemon. A feature that I'm not that much into is when a Pokemon changes the form depending on the season. For example, also Burmy that got different forms. I mean, the Burmy and also Wormdown. That Pokemon looks shit in every single form. He's literally one of the worst Pokemons ever, in my opinion. I'm in love with it. I love Timburr and also Gurdurr and Conkeldurr. I've always loved them since I was a child. I've always been so much in love with them, but I have to agree about Timburr being the best one between them three. It looks insanely badass to be a base form. By the way, I'm gonna reach 300 and then I'm gonna go off stream. Yeah, I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel about it. I've never liked it at all. Neither the evolution. Jelly Sand should be named. Let's see. I'm gonna do. I should be able to do other 2 resets for Latios and a single one for Tentacool. Let's see what the games are reserving to me as my last encounter of the day. Do people that hate on Chandelure exist? Bro, I've never heard someone complaining about Chandelure, by the way. And either Aegislash. They look objectively good. By the way, we got nothing. Guys, that's it for the stream today. Thank you so much for being in my company as always. And thank you so much for spending your time with me. I should be on stream tomorrow. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for being with my company and see ya.